Good morning. It's a happy growth day. Decided to wear my growth day shirt this morning. So, all right. So, showing my morning here. That's all right. Okay. So, morning. The manifesto cards. Here we go. All right. Today is we are not slave to our history. We can be freed by our conscious thoughts and disciplined habits. Absolutely. If there's anything I can preach to, it's there is redemption for those that want it. What do I mean by wanting it? Well, you have to forgive, for one thing. I teach a 5-step mindset to a resilient mindset. And it started with 4 steps, and then eventually I ended up adding a 5th. And it was because forgiveness needed to be the beginning of that process. Because when you're doing any kind of transformation, especially one where you want to be redeemed, you want to have that comeback story, you want to be the overcomer, you want to be more than a survivor, you want to be someone who thrives. It starts with that inner work. And some of the first parts of inner work is a level of awareness of self-acceptance. And that might mean some grace. That might mean some forgiveness. That might mean letting God in and giving him some power to heal and take care of some things, some patterns that don't serve you in your life, some thoughts that do not serve you in your life. And sometimes we need power beyond ourselves to get beyond things like addictions, depression, anxiety, trauma. We aren't meant to do it alone. And we may need to connect to our higher source in order to do those things. Speaking of higher source, today I'm going to read to you from a little book called When Your Prayers Seem Unanswered by Michael Wilcox. I think some of us can relate to this at times. It's just a great little book. I'm going to just read you a little part of it. And it starts with a scripture. So, behold, I prepare you against these things, for ye cannot cross this great deep, save I prepare you against the waves of the sea, and the winds which have gone forth, and the floods which shall come. Therefore, what will ye that I should prepare for you, that ye may have light when ye are swallowed up in the depths of the sea? How many of us feel that after the last few years? Given the choice between helping us by calming the storms or preparing us before they ever come, which do you think the Lord prefers? He is what's called a fourth watch God. He's also a tight like a dish God. If we arrive at the fourth watch and he has not come, what do we know about our ships? They are tight like unto a dish. Our Father in heaven already foresaw all the storms, complete with their mountain waves. He foresaw all the problems, all the disappointments and frustrations, the temptations and trials of life. And before the wind ever started to blow, he prepared us to withstand it. We're not going to sink. We're going to be all right. Because if our ships weren't tight like a dish, and there was fear that the mountain waves could capsize or drown us, what would he do? He would still the storm. If he doesn't still the storm, if he doesn't come by the fourth watch, we know our vessels are tight like a dish. I think that assurance is, in part, the meaning of a promise Isaiah said. Here are the Lord's comforting words. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear. That's from Isaiah 65:24. Before we ever call out to him in the storms, the Lord knew they would come, and he has prepared our vessels. We need not fear. We'll feel the promised land under our feet. I really have experience with that. God has never failed me. And I really like the saying that if we are in the fire, God will either be with us or he'll make us fireproof. And I think that's the work that's going on in the world today. He's refining us. And the hotter the fire, the purer the gold. If you're in a lot of intensity in the world today, it's because you're meant for more. The world needs leaders, the world needs love, and it needs people that are really true and authentic and in alignment with who they are and the love that's meant to be a part of our humanity. If you have the opportunity to serve today, if you have the opportunity to just smile at someone, to give them a kind word, a compliment, or a thought, it can make a world of difference. Let's go out there and be the lights God intended us to be. And let's see people for who they can be and know that everyone has the right to redemption and salvation, a comeback story, and a second chance if we believe in them and give them the chance to have the tools they need to succeed. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. God bless. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.